What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking. On today's episode, we're going to be making Mexican-style rice. I pair this Mexican-style rice whenever I'm making any kind of Mexican food, whether it's tacos, enchiladas, burritos, tamales, any type of Mexican food. It's a tried and true recipe that I've been making for years. Super simple, super easy. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to make it today. Let's go. The ingredients I'm going to be using for this rice are white rice, yellow onion, cilantro, enchilada sauce, jalapeno infused chicken broth, carne asada seasoning, chicken bouillon, cumin, black pepper, and you guys can't see it hanging out behind this enchilada sauce, but I do have some garlic here that I'm going to be chopping as well. We're going to start by chopping up all of our veggies. I'm going to take my onion, cut that in half. I'm going to give this a rough chop. I don't need it to be too fancy or anything like that. This is going into my rice when I start to toast it. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this garlic, smash that down. I want about 2 to 3 cloves for this. You can put as much garlic as you like. For this dish, I like to use about 3 garlic cloves. And I'm gonna give these another rough chop. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my cilantro, take these stems off, roll it into a little bit of a ball, start to chop it down. After I chop up all my veggies, I'm gonna cut the stove on, heat up a pan so I can get ready to start toasting my rice. All right, now that I've got my pan on a medium heat, I'm gonna go ahead and add in about a tablespoon of butter. Let that melt down, coat that all over my pan. Once my butter's melted, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my rice. Get all those little grains of rice coated in the fat from that butter. This is gonna aid in making sure that everything gets nice and toasted. I'm gonna stir that around a little bit. Once I've done so, my rice starts to toast slightly. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my onions. You won't need to get a ton of color on your onions. These onions are gonna cook all the way through once we put it in the crock pot. We're just putting it in the pan so we can activate some of those flavors. Now that I got my rice and my onions in the pan, getting to know each other, I'm gonna take the singles match and I'm gonna turn it into a triple threat when I throw in this chopped garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and give all that a good mix, making sure that it gets incorporated all throughout this rice that I have inside the pan. I don't wanna brown the garlic too much. You guys know I always preach, don't overcook your garlic. Just cook it until it starts to become fragrant. I usually say about a minute, depending on how high you have your heat. Once I see all this start to brown up just a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and start in with my carne asada seasoning, chicken bouillon, cumin, and I'm gonna finish it off with some black pepper. Now for this dish, I'm not adding any salt whatsoever. The chicken bouillon is pretty salty in its own right, along with that carne asada seasoning. That's got a bunch of salt in it as well. So you guys don't need any salt for this recipe. I mean, if you guys want to raise your sodium levels even higher than you actually need to, go ahead and throw some salt in there, but y'all not gonna need it. Once I got my seasonings in, I'm gonna go ahead and keep toasting this up, really activating those flavors inside of the seasonings. I'm a big fan, big proponent of making sure you guys are toasting your seasoning. Once I got that all incorporated, toasted up, looking nice, I'm gonna go in with this enchilada sauce. Pour that in like so and start to give that a mix all around, making sure that sauce gets all over those grains of rice. And we're gonna cook that down, not too much, not cooking out all the moisture on it or anything like that. Just gonna make sure that we have it nice and coated, flatten it back out so we get some nice browning on our onions, on our rice, and our garlic. Now that I got my rice all toasted up with my onions, garlic, seasonings, and that enchilada sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and add that into my rice cooker. Into my rice cooker, I'm also gonna add that chopped cilantro that we chopped up a little bit earlier. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add in my jalapeno infused chicken broth. One of the keys to this dish, you guys, is to make sure that whatever liquid you're putting inside of this is room temperature. But this hot rice, you do not want to put cold liquid into it. It will affect the cook. Once I've added in my chicken broth, I'm gonna go ahead and give this all a good mix, stir it up, making sure it's all well combined. We're gonna take this pot and we're gonna sit it inside of our rice cooker. We'll go ahead and cut my rice cooker on, turn it on white rice, This bad boy is gonna come up to temperature. Once it does, this rice is gonna cook for about 12 minutes. If you don't have a rice cooker, follow your package directions on your bag of rice. And after 12 minutes, this is the finished product. Go ahead and stir your rice up. You don't want it to burn at the bottom, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this rice cooker off. Some people like to leave their rice cooker on all day long. I don't understand how they do it, but look at that. Oh my goodness, look at that rice, y'all. That rice is looking real good. I'll go ahead and start plating this rice. Give myself a generous helping. That's not enough, so let's go with another generous helping. And you know what? That's still not looking like enough. Let's go with a little bit more. Go ahead and top this with some of that fresh chopped cilantro that I had from earlier. Cilantro is completely optional if you don't want to put that in. I know some people that finish their Mexican rice with a little bit of cheese. It's completely up to you. And that's your finished product right there, y'all. Translucent onions all throughout it, looking fire. You know I gotta go in and give me a little spoon so I can have a little scoop for Coop. Taste this bad boy. Let me show it to you guys first. Get that steam coming up off all that rice, y'all. Woo, you know that look good. Hey, you guys, this rice is coming out the kitchen slapping. Definitely need to try this recipe. You know I wouldn't steer you in the wrong direction. Go ahead and try this bad boy out. And there you have it, you guys. Mexican style rice. Try this recipe at home. Let me know how you guys like it. Like I said, I like to pair it with all kinds of Mexican food. So next time you're making Mexican at home, try this rice with all your dishes. Let me know how you guys like it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm not asking you guys for any of your money. I'm not reaching into any of your pockets. All I'm asking you guys to do is rock with your boy and leave a comment, subscribe, let your people know about it, friend or foe. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode of Smell What Coop is Cooking.